I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, here we go. Hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast here for Monday. Unfortunately, the weekend took out the bird. He is not with us today. Saturday, he was at the chili cook-off with Virginia, and apparently it's a little more than he could handle. So.
Denny's was out there with us, too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Big D was there.
Yeah, good stuff.
It was fun, but it was a lot. It was a definite hard day, and especially if you have bone-on-bone injury to your body, I can see where...
A lot of movement. Yeah, I know he's trying to do the pain management.
Yeah, I don't think it worked.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like
he tried it, but I don't think it was the Band-Aid he was hoping it was going to be.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I had a busy, eventful weekend. Was a lot of fun with the family stuff. Had a lovely dinner last night, PJ National. That was very nice.
Love the Butcher's Club.
Yes, we went last night. Got the stone crab claws, which I know you love. I got the jumbo ones; those are great. Steak was phenomenal, and it's just one of those things where you're like, "Well, I want to try that." They do a Caesar salad that's unlike anything I've ever had.
I've had it. The chopped Caesar. It's delicious.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's so beautiful. Did they serve it to you on the wood plank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so great.
I know the restaurant very well.
I ate so much, I haven't had any food since, and I'm not even close to hungry.
It's a great restaurant. I think as far as like a total package restaurant, they really nailed it. Chef Jeremy Ford is amazing. And when I went there, he had handpicked stuff from his garden at his house
that
he uses to prepare the food. I mean, that's how hands-on he is and how amazing he is. And not only have they made the menu spectacular, I know you probably didn't do the bread, but the bread was freaking amazing.
Everything was so good. Yeah.
They've done the decor in there amazing as well. The colors.
Yeah.
Just everything about the whole entire Butcher's Club is 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I get why you like that foodie stuff, because it is interesting, because we had a really great waitress too, and she was breaking it down, just saying, here's how this is made, that's how this is done. And
I love that.
Yeah, it's really kind of cool when you get to hear all that. So I get where you foodies are coming from.
What'd you drink?
We had some wine, which was amazing. It was a Cabernet.
Okay.
And it was very good, because I was going steak, and so I wanted to do a red wine with
I love it.
Yeah, so I didn't deviate.
I don't know if I would do red wine with a Caesar salad, but okay.
Well, I mean, that was the only alcoholic beverage I had. I mean, what were you going to do? Multiples?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You have
You
have a different alcoholic beverage with every course.
Oh, okay. Well,
one for salad, one for appetizer, one for entree, and one for dessert. Duh.
See what a moron I am. I just thought you just got a little bit of wine, and that's just all you had.
You are so pedestrian.
I'm still learning, Virginia. Keep in mind, I'm from a town that has pizza crossing and everybody hates.
But you loved it growing up.
Yeah, right, exactly. So that's my culinary background. So it's taken me a while. But it was kind of cool. If you're looking for a great date night, they got some really good restaurants in that place.
That's a fabulous spot for a staycation.
It is.
Honey Bell is fabulous. Sushi by Boo is fabulous.
Yes, we're talking to them. Hopefully, maybe in January we might have something there. It'll be a KVJ event. So we're trying to get those plans locked in. So like to have everybody be able to come and try it out. Even just them refurbishing what used to be the iBar, the lobby bar now. It's cool.
It's gorgeous.
It was. People were raging in there last night. It was a Sunday night.
Really?
Yes.
You know I love a rage. Why didn't you call me?
It was like, I don't know what, it was a bunch of golfers. And they
might have been done with like a tournament or something.
Maybe, but they were getting tore up. I'm like, what do you guys do? It's Sunday night.
They probably had off for Veterans Day too.
I don't know. but they were getting wrecked.
Oh, that's so fun. Sunday fun day, Kev.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a Sunday blackout.
When you don't have to wake up because it's Veterans Day the next day, that's so cozy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been the way to do it, but I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, all right, I got to go.
Let me know about what the dates are. You're thinking about January, February for a KVJ Live there, because those months are filling up quick.
Yeah, we're kicking around, I think, the second Saturday of January. That's what we're looking at, because there's really nothing yet going on that weekend. I think it's maybe the weekend before South Florida Fair.
When would tickets go on sale for said event?
Well, I mean, we got to work through all that. That's all down the road.
'Cause you'd probably have to start that in December.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're beginning the conversations, and we'll try to get that locked in, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. So
I'm excited.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun.
I want a staycation there because I love staying there and then partying there and then going back to your room, taking a little nap,
Right.
waking up, going to the bar right there by the pool and getting more cocktails. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so fun.
Yeah, it might be a weekend thing where, you come stay Friday night, and then on Saturday we do KVJ events. You can golf, you can go by the pool. You can do some other activities there. They got pickleball, tennis, all
They
that
have
kind
a
of stuff.
spa
Yeah,
that
you
is
can do spa.
out
Yeah.
of this world.
Yeah, so you can maybe pick a package that works for whatever your sensibilities are, and then we meet up, do a KVJ event later.
When I was there at the spa the last time, I was showing my friend around, and they were trying to usher us out kind of quick. And I was like, why are they ushering us out real quick? One of the Williams sisters was there in the spa, and they didn't want me running into her because they knew I'd probably like, oh my God!
Oh, really? That's funny. Yeah.
So they were like, right this way, Virginia.
Yeah. You gots to go.
You
we
gots
know
to go.
we know what you're like around celebrities.
We know you can't wait to get a picture of the back of somebody's head and act the fool.
Yeah, exactly. So it is good if you want to go to a fine dining, if you have a special event to celebrate, then I would definitely say that should be a place you should consider the Butcher's Club.
Amen.
Today for Veterans Day, broke down some free food deals going on. Denny's is doing the original Grand Slam until noon today, so you got a little bit of time to cash in on that if you're listening to this live. Applebee's, they're doing eating free for veterans. California Pizza Kitchen, Texas Roadhouse, Firehouse Subs, Olive Garden. Also got an email from Samantha, said Flanagan's is doing some free food for vets.
Okay, I like it.
So there you go.
I like the free. I'm not so
Right.
impressed with Publix, how they came with the
10%.
10% off. I mean, that's kind of like, what?
Right, they're veterans. Come on.
Right.
We owe everything to them.
Give them a pub sub.
Yeah. We got a text, too, for a call him out. Somebody said, I got to call my boss out for having me come into work today when I am one of one veterans at my shop.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't make the veteran work. Just give him
No.
a day. Give him a day. Says, Happy Veterans Day to everyone, especially everyone who served on board the USS Theodore Roosevelt. There you go. A little shout out.
Very nice. I have a friend on the USS Wasp right now. One of Magnolia's little buddies that she graduated from Jupiter High School with.
This is the one that you've had concern with because he's in a very contentious part of the world.
Yes, this is the one I've been worried about because they're like bombing each other, Israel and Iran. Is that right?
Yeah. You've had you've had a little bit of that. You had yes.
He's right there, like,
Iran launched some bombs and then Israel responded.
He's in the Red Sea. So I think I looked at a map and it's kind of like right there.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's going to be, I think it'll be okay. I think he's just kind of there just to be like, all right, let's see what's happening. I don't think it's anything that will probably call him into action, but I will tell you, I think the U.S. is going to step in and smack down Iran in a very hard way here very soon.
Really?
Yes. I don't know if you heard, but they arrested 3 men who were plotting to assassinate Donald Trump before the election.
More?
Yeah. Well, they're getting more confirmation of it. And they say basically once they get full confirmation that this was actually a plan, they can link it back to Iran, Iranian Guard. Then the U.S. is going to go in there and they're going to bomb the shit out of Iran. So, and they're going to let him know, like, step off, don't fuck around. So, but I don't think it's anything that will involve him. He may fire a couple rockets from his boat, but that's about it. They won't be able to put up much after that.
I don't want him off that boat. You stay on that boat.
Yeah, no, they don't have the capacity to, I don't think, do anything that would affect him. He'll hit a couple buttons and kaboom, kaboom, and call it good. So we'll see what happens with that.
Well, Kevin said it. I believe it.
It's just my belief. I think we're there.
Well, you know way more than I do about all things political and military. So whatever you say is pretty much Bible.
Yeah, well, keep an eye on that. So probably be a little action here in the next couple of weeks. And then I imagine Iran will probably be like, all right, we'll chill out for a while. Sasha had sent this because we were trying to figure out exactly where we got the 60% rule for amendments, which upended Amendment 3 and 4, which did not pass in the state of Florida, one being the recreational marijuana, the other one extending past the 6-week term limit on abortions. And it actually came out, I was reading a little bit about it, in 2006 is all we went. That's where the 60% rule for amendments started. And ironically, it actually didn't get 60% to pass in the first place. It was like 57% approval. And it had to do with an amendment about pregnant pigs in cages.
Huh.
Yeah, which is kind of how it all got going. And now it's just kind of something that's stamped in there. Most states, it's just a simple majority, which means if you have 51%, the amendments are going to pass. I think Florida is one of maybe just 11 states in the country that has a higher standard for it. And like I had said, they are kicking around the concept of getting a 2/3 majority, which would take it to 66%.
Which would be even harder.
Yeah, so, so that's one of those things coming up there. But I know we had a question on that. Those are the answers. Thank you for the emails on that to answer that question. That's how it all went about. Another thing we were talking about today, your daughter Magnolia, scary situation where two chuckleheads were getting in a little road rage situation. Some guy flashed his gun right outside of your daughter's car window.
Yeah. Rocco is sitting in the car with her, and just feet from him, this road rage maniac is yelling at somebody. He got out of his car and went up to the other guy's car and is yelling at the guy and then flashed a gun.
That's crazy.
Feet from my kid. Can you imagine?
Yeah, and that's just the thing. Honestly, like anybody who thinks that they can settle anything with a gun like that, you're just being ridiculous. That's no place, no reason to have out a gun that you're arguing about what possibly happened in traffic.
What could have ever happened in traffic that would give you that next move as your response? So somebody cut you off. Who gives a shit?
Right, exactly.
They're probably not paying attention. They're probably looking at their phone. They might be late to go pick up somebody from school. Like, they're not doing it because they personally want to vendetta against you. They don't know you.
Right.
So what are we flashing guns about traffic moves?
Mm-hmm. It's stupid. And the other thing that we had, I'd seen the video maybe a week or so ago, but it sounds like they finally started making arrests of that person in the silver car. You've probably seen it all over the place already, where they reversed into that vehicle, and thankfully they had a dash cam.
Yes, thank goodness that girl had a dash cam running. Rocco's been trying to talk me into buying a dash cam because of stuff like that.
It's made me think about it.
I wish my kids would have had one last night.
And I don't think it's an isolated case from the story I read. It's got a name of a different kind of scam that people are running right now, and they have it very well coordinated where they've got somebody to pick them up even.
Totally.
And that's what happened in this situation.
They switched drivers. They switched the driver. Because it's an actually difficult Fast and the Furious kind of move to execute.
Okay.
You have to get right in front of somebody.
Right.
And then you have to slam on the brakes. But then you have to also be able to throw it in reverse really quick and hit them again.
And you have to drive fast enough in reverse to create some serious damage.
Exactly. It's a Fast and a Furious kind of move. And so what they did is they switched, and the man that was driving then switched seats, and a girl got into the driver's seat, and then they got out of the car, everybody holding their neck. And the guy who had been driving then goes and gets into another vehicle and leaves.
It's insane. Michelle said 3 years ago, I was on I-75 South, me, 3 other passengers. Traffic is going great for a while. Then, we hit the Florida traffic, get to slow mode, and there's a car in front of us that just all of a sudden slams on the brakes. I just bump into him, and then he slams in reverse and slams into the front of me twice. So he goes kaboom. He goes forward and then comes back, kaboom. And sure enough.
That's when you got to have a dash cam.
Yeah, they played the whole thing. And she said, my insurance has gone up every 6 months.
Dang.
It's been an issue. I've had to pay all these different fees and all that kind of stuff. Massive pain in the ass.
What
So-
a mess.
Right.
We all got to get a dash cam now, y'all.
Yep.
Rocco found a really good one on Amazon. I'll get him to send it to me and I'll link it to you. He's like, Mom, it's only $35. I was like, that's it?
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful investment. If you got all these renegade cowboys out there, you got to protect yourself.
Yep. Absolutely. It's crazy out there. What people are doing now. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
insane. It's a side hustle.
yeah, the last 5 years, they really has. It's gone to a whole new level of just like, what the hell is
This is
going
why
on?
I hate driving. I wish I was rich because the first thing I would buy is a driver, like Mr. Big from Sex and the City. How he just always had a driver everywhere he went. Work, driver, play, driver.
Yeah, I honestly, I look at it as it's almost like I'm in a contest where you just have to be so alert as you're driving, just watching every little thing that's going on.
Think about how productive you would be at your job if you were sitting in the back seat, answering emails, editing social media videos, uploading. Like, Kevin, I would have an extra 2 hours of productivity a day.
Yeah, a lot of people I've seen, for instance, if people do like the late night shows, I think it was Colbert I saw one time and what his day's like. Yeah, they have drivers that come and pick them up at their house.
Yeah.
And then as they're going in, a lot of people do that. And then they're, answering calls, doing work, stuff like that. So
But they're not making radio money. They're making TV money.
Exactly, yeah. But I mean, just how awesome that would be because, yeah, they are. They're they're able to be productive.
You can prep.
Yeah.
You can just look at news. You can look at social media. You can get ideas. You can just kind of like chill and not think about the road and the guy that's going to pull in front of you and slam on the brakes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not too bad. Got an email here from Rob and Sue in Seattle. They wanted to know here, am I the jerk? So I'm listening to my favorite radio show with my wife, and one of the people on the show has caved to their child and decided to get them a car after a history of being a bad driver. The first thing I said to my wife was, bet, accident before or after December 14th. My wife laughed and said, I am horrible. Am I the jerk?
She hasn't had a car for 2 years, okay? So we punished her. She's been a pedestrian for 2 years at FSU. She's a pre-med student getting straight A's. All she's got in her entire college career so far is 2 B's. Everything else is straight A's. She's now volunteering at the hospital, which is about 20 minutes from campus. She has to do it as a part of her pre-med curriculum. She's not doing it to be sweet. It is required that they volunteer at the hospital. I've been paying for Ubers to the tune of $20, give or take, there, and $20, give or take, back. That's $40 a day I've been paying for Ubers, sir.
Right.
Add it up. It's cheaper for me to get her a car than continue to play this Uber game.
Right.
She has been relying on friends to bring her, but do you know how reliable a 19-year-old girlfriend is? Not very. This is a job. This is a part of her pre-med curriculum. She must do these volunteer hours at the hospital. I don't know what the fuck you want me to do.
Okay. All right.
Anything else?
Yeah, I think to me that's the same issue we have. We're trying to figure out with Canon, using mass transit like Tri-Rail and Ubers, looking at that cost compared to doing the car thing, which, you're paying monthly payment on that. The insurance, he keeps talking about now, he's kind of getting it locked in. He wants to do that test at school. I'm like, wait a minute, as soon as he gets his license, I got to start paying his insurance, right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, we got to figure out how to slow the roll on this. So I'm like, right now, you don't have a car to drive, so I don't know what you're going to be driving.
If he drives your car, it's cheaper. If you get him his own car, it's more expensive. Mm-hmm. But I'm not in Tallahassee. Like, she can't drive my car. I had to get her own.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm hoping we can try to get him off of that desire. I get it. Look, he's 16. Most kids, I was dying to get my license when I was 16.
Me too. In Louisiana, we got ours when you're 15 and a half.
Yeah, I was just saying. I mean, I was driving, I think, 13.
I was driving when I was 14.
Yeah, right. We just took the car and said, forget it. We got this.
I thought I could drive great until I wrecked somebody else's car.
That's what you do, right? Yeah. So, Rob and Sue are the ones that went to the Bigfoot Festival in Logan a couple years ago. He said Bigfoot is real, and the Pizza Crossing serves hot dog rolls with butter as garlic rolls. Hashtag the worst pizza. They're probably people that hated that Pizza Crossing pizza.
Jay Bird loves all pizza, but he said it was awful.
Yeah. I think, you know what it is, and everybody who went into the town hated it as well. But everybody, if you ask, I don't remember anyone in Logan not liking Pizza Crossing pizza. And I think it's just, like I said, that area, when you grow up in it, you don't know any better. And the food's relatively bland. I know my dad doesn't like anything spicy. Nothing was ever spicy. If they season something, it's with salt and pepper, and that's it. So I think it's just kind of what they're used to.
Do they have a thin crust at Pizza Crossing, or it's all just that
No,
same,
I think it's. I mean, again,
same heavy pie?
I'm removed. I haven't lived in Logan and been there for a very long time, 30 years or so. So
Aren't you going back for a little visit over Thanksgiving?
we are. We're gonna pop in, say what up to my dad. See what's
Will you
going on
stop and
there.
get some shitty pizza while you're there?
Well, that was the question. We were actually talking about it yesterday because we're gonna go in. We're doing a little road trip, and we're gonna make part of it. My dad's got an ass ton of animals, and my wife has allergy, and so does Caitlin.
Yes.
And so that's part of the problem. And then my dad's got some random family living with him too.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you saving this for the podcast? This
I
is
don't know.
good shit.
Yeah.
What? He's got a random family living in his house?
Yeah, he's got a random family.
Your mother died and he moved in a random family?
They've always had randos living in their house. I don't know.
Who is it? Who are these people?
I don't know. I really don't know much about them.
Do they know him from church?
There was the story, and he didn't really ever talk about it, and I don't really ever ask him, but I think it was something had to do with a woman that was pregnant with not a good guy, and then he followed her here, and I don't know if it's the same people or somebody different. Now, I saw a photo of them, and they look lovely, and they look nice, but yeah, I mean, it's like a whole family living with them.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's part of it. We're going to go and kind of sniff around and be like, all right, what's going on here? So, just to see what's up.
Because your dad is nice, and I would hate to see someone take advantage of his kindness and then him be in a situation where he's too embarrassed to tell you that he doesn't know how to get these people out of his house.
Right.
Kim will get them out of that fucking house so quick,
Oh,
they
yeah.
won't even know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Kim will grab them by the back of their neck.
Yeah, so we're gonna go take a little look on that, and just make sure that's on the up and up, and see what's up.
My dad's a widow too, just like your dad, and it's weird because they don't take care of themselves as well as they did when Mom was in the picture.
Yeah, I mean, my dad seems like he's thriving, doing as well as you can. I think he's taking better care of himself. My mom used to always try to break him down to eat healthy. It sounds like he's doing all that on his own now.
Good.
So yeah, I think he's doing a great job. But yeah, we just gotta take a look into this and see what's going on. And then we'll see. He's got a lot of people kind of look into him, so I'm hoping that he's in good hands. I just want to take a little peek around. So yeah, so we're not going to really go there and stay for that reason.
That's fine.
But we're going to go there and hang out at the house for a little bit and take him out to lunch, and that's why we're talking about Pizza Crossing. She's like, "Do we have to go to Pizza Crossing?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so. You're limited though.
Is there anything else besides Pizza Crossing?
Yeah, they've got like their version of a sports bar where I went last time I was in town a couple years ago. And, it is what it is.
Where did all the people go to eat that went there for the Bigfoot Festival?
I don't know. It's a great question.
They just starved.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's either shitty pizza or you go hungry.
Yeah. I mean, they may have a couple of places in town now, but not a lot. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. I'll make some videos, let you guys see my little ass town.
Please
what
do.
they got going on.
I want to see the whole setup at your dad's house with the family living with them. That's fascinating.
Yeah, he's my mom. They built a nice sized place, so the family lives upstairs, I guess, and he's down in the lower levels. So.
But they all use the same front door to come in and out.
Yeah, I think so. Believe so.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I hear you. Who knows? We'll see. It's always something interesting going on in the great old town of Logan. Got an email here from Jennifer, and she said, yeah, the new photos of the astronauts stuck in space without being able to return home spark health concerns. I mean, how good are you going to look if you've been in space for months? I mean, it's going to be rough because I can't imagine that your beauty regimen is anything too stout. I mean, that's not really where your priorities lie.
Usually, I mean, astronauts are fit. They're all in good shape. You don't see no fat astronauts. You don't see
Right.
any fat astronauts. But I don't think they're like putting on a bunch of makeup every day and like glamour shotting it. So they're probably pretty basic with their beauty regimen.
Well, and I think what the comment was is more her. You see the photo when they went up, and they're just saying that maybe they look a little gone. And yeah, they may not, space food. I mean, are you getting your usual amount of calories after a while? That might start, might be an effective diet plan. You go on the space diet, Virginia, lose some weight.
I mean, it sounds like a lot of complication. I'll just do semaglutide instead.
Okay. All right. No space diet for you.
No, because
Yeah.
now they're stuck up there and they don't know how they're getting them back. Do they
Yeah.
have a plan?
I think they do. There's something about somebody else is making. I think it's going to happen in a couple of months, 2 or 3 months.
They have to hitch a ride?
Yeah, it's something like that. And I guess they didn't feel good about whatever the one rocket was they're going to bring back. There was something wrong with a coolant or something like that. So
Why
something
can't
along
Jeff
those
Bezos get that penis-shaped rocket and go get him?
I don't know. I think Elon Musk has maybe said something about getting him involved. I mean, he seems to be the one that everybody wants to call to solve everybody's problems now.
I mean, he's got a ton of money. He can't go get them astronauts
He's
for
got even
us.
more. Yeah, that whole election for him with Trump was very big. He, according to Forbes, now is up to $300 billion
What?
in net worth. Yeah, Tesla racked up some big bucks. The company's market value surpassed $1 trillion on Friday for the first time since April of 2022.
Wow.
He added $10 billion to his portfolio as a result of Friday's stock rally. So just
Wow.
$10 billion in one day. Imagine that you had $10 billion.
billion in one day, and it's all from an election.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I guess on Wednesday, he had added $26.5 billion right after Trump won.
Wow.
Because he has all these government contracts with SpaceX and all that. Him, being up Trump's ass, they're like, it's going to benefit him.
Dang. If we could just slice off like a percentage, like just 1% of that.
I know, it's crazy. He now is leading the number 2 richest person in the world by $70 billion.
Dang. Who's number 2?
Larry Ellison, he's the co-founder of Oracle. He's got a paltry $230 billion.
Peasant.
Right. So yeah, just insane. So, you can see why Elon was so enthusiastic about Trump getting the White House.
It makes
Definitely paid off
sense.
for him. Yeah.
Directly affecting that pocketbook.
Yeah. And Brian had sent this. This is a fun little sign from Jeff's Auto Repair. It says, what if UFOs are just billionaires from other planets?
That's so funny.
Because, yeah, you got to think about it.
It's their version of Bezos.
Well, who's doing it? Is it their government? Is it rich aliens? Like, how are they getting the money to do it? Maybe it is actually their version of billionaires. It's actually pretty brilliant. I never thought about that.
Dude, you're blowing our mind right now.
That is. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And then another fun sign. I don't always roll a joint, but when I do, it's my ankle. Okay. There you go. All right. Thank you for the funny, goofy signs there. Jeremy said, has Virginia ever been on the Weird and Whatever podcast?
Yeah, I think I have.
You think you have?
I know I have. So we were drinking, and me and Panda were on it, and we talked about all kind of sex stuff.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
It got naughty, huh?
It got very naughty.
Wow. Okay.
You know I bring that heat.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I figured that. So that's what you were hammered and it got dirty.
Yes. I was hammered. I don't think Panda was hammered. No,
Okay.
he wasn't. It was just me, but Jaybird was, whoever else was there. I don't think Vicky was there.
Okay. All right.
Maybe it wasn't the Weird and Whatever.
Yeah, was
What
it the Bitch
was
and the
it?
Witch? Was it
Maybe
the
it was the Bitch and the Witch.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't been on the Weird and Whatever. I don't think he wants me on that.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, because it's about space and all that. Yeah, it's
I would just want to talk to Ryan Beckett the whole time.
right. Yeah, you probably have to shoot that down. So. Somebody had asked, have you guys seen the robot dogs patrolling Mar-a-Lago? Do we have that video, Denny's, by any chance? If not, I can show it.
Robot dogs. I saw them at the South Florida Fair a few years ago. They were impressive.
Yeah, this thing is damn intimidating. I don't know if it came from Elon Musk. There were different posts that were maybe crediting him. But yeah, if you go to Mar-a-Lago and they got so many people, the media is camped out right there on the bridge at Southern that you can see, the back end into Mar-a-Lago. And they had these robot dogs that I don't know if they have just sensors on them or if they actually could shoot your ass. But yeah, it looks pretty damn intimidating.
If the robot dogs are packing heat, that is so intimidating.
Yeah. It really is. So I really don't know, but they've upped the game. They said that it happened, when they upped the level of protection that they gave President-elect Trump. So that might have been part of it, but
Well, the least that Elon can do is slice off a few robot dogs to protect the president that he got elected that made him all that money.
yeah, I mean, if that guy added $30 billion.
Yeah. You owe that dude at least a fleet of robot dogs.
Right. But it kind of makes you wonder because I know the prevalence of the robot dogs has been used more often. I believe that the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, I think they might be using those in some of the tunnels that are going on in Gaza.
I love it because I don't want to see any real dogs get blown up. Robot dog, yes, send them in. Don't send real animals.
Yeah, well, it seems like a better way to fight a war.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see right now on KVJ TV, you can see that dog just kind of cruising along. And I don't know if it's on autopilot or if it's somebody that's always monitoring and watching through the dog's eyes to see what's going on. But yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, the next 4 years are going to be pretty intense because as president, you always have people after you, but you clearly have with 2 assassination attempts and then Iran doing everything that they possibly can to try to take out Trump.
I mean, they are literally trying to shoot him dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the security is going to be, if you thought it was crazy on his first go round, I imagine it's going to be more intense.
Can he even go anywhere in public?
Yeah, I mean, he was just golfing over the weekend, so he's not going to stop golfing.
They had a bitch in the bushes trying to shoot him on the golf course.
Same course. He was there over the weekend. Yeah. Shooting.
I bet they do a little bit tighter of a sweep now. That golf course. You won't have no bitches in the bushes.
Yeah, they're not playing around. Yeah, they don't want. After everything that's happened, if anything happened to him now, it'd be like, well, you knew people were coming after him. You just clearly couldn't protect him. So.
Yeah, I think he's got to get his own force. Get all them robot dogs.
Mm-hmm. Get all them robot dogs. That's right.
They're coming for you.
Did you hear that there was an earthquake off the coast of Cuba?
No.
You missed that one, huh? A 6.8 magnitude earthquake hit eastern Cuba. Santiago de Cuba, Guantanamo, areas that were struck.
Was this the thing that made the power go out?
No.
Oh, that was different.
Yeah, Cuba's going through it.
Cuba's having a rough month, y'all.
Yeah, that's unrelated. That just has to do with their shitty power plants that they have there.
Oh, my gosh. And then they got an earthquake on top?
on top of everything else.
God's trying to say something.
Well, yeah, I mean...
What are y'all doing in Cuba? Y'all need to get right.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you talk to anybody here that's got family in Cuba, and they're like, yeah, we've known this for quite a long time. It's got to be very frustrating to see what your family's having to live through over there. And the freaking government just,
That's so sad.
It is. It's got to be very frustrating. It's a beautiful island, beautiful place, great people.
Beautiful island. I mean, the pictures I see are so beautiful and charming, and the architecture and the people.
Right.
What a shame.
What could be done? What could be done with different people running that place? It would be amazing. Astra had a question, said, I just want to let you know that when I listen to you guys on the radio via YouTube, it does not happen. But whenever I listen to you via the app like Spotify and iHeart, I can hear Kevin's typing throughout the show. Just curious, are there 2 sets of recording devices for the live show with ads and the podcast with no ads? It doesn't bother me at all, but I always wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine it's the same audio chain, isn't it, Denny's? Yeah, so.
Denny's!
Don't know why you would. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's the way that both those platforms then process the audio and then you're able to hear it regurgitate. If you're listening through the same speakers, I don't know why it'd be different.
One might be more like of a high def.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. And also she checked out Leaving Las Vegas. And tell you what, it might be cheesy, but it's not that bad. So she looked up some other movies with Elizabeth Shue. And apparently this poll is going on for Elizabeth Shue versus Kim Basinger on Reddit out of nowhere. She wanted to see who the bird liked more. I think he's probably Elizabeth Shue because she was in Karate Kid. Allie with an I.
Got it.
Knowing the bird, I think I can answer that question for you. Okay, very nice. If you got any kind of questions or comments, you can always get them through to us. Mail at kvjshow.com. Hopefully we can get the bird back together and get him here tomorrow. See how that goes. Happy birthday to producer Denny.
Party tomorrow.
Yep, that's right. We're celebrating tomorrow, whether he likes it or not. So we'll see you back here for a party on Tuesday on the KVJ Show.